All right. And we have in studio some folks that are no strangers to the morning show. It's the folks from Humankind, humankind.org for more information, formerly Presbyterian Homes and Family Services, Kimberly Feldkamp and Michelle McCormick. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello. All right. Event season.
It is event season.
Yeah,
yes.
it's getting there and kicking into high gear. You guys have a lot of really cool stuff, including one really, really, really cool event that we're going to talk about a little bit later.
Yes, that one we're really excited about. It's a new event that's coming in September. So stick around. We'll share a little bit more on that at the end of the show.
Stay tuned. All right. So Kimberly, tell us what's coming up this week.
Well, this week we have our annual 5K and Youth Run that's happening right on our campus, which also coincides with our homecoming weekend when a lot of our alums come back. It's a big family reunion on our campus. So a lot is happening. This is all going on in Lynchburg at our Presbyterian Homes campus on Humankind, which is over on Linden Avenue.
All right. And tell us about the 5K. I mean, what are some of the things that will be happening and some of the things that folks can expect?
Well, I'll answer that. On June 20th is the 5K, just so we know what the date is, and it starts at 8 a.m. And as Kimberly said, it's every year, so it's our beautiful course of our campus and the historic Peakland area. Mm-hmm. But this Wednesday, thanks to Riverside Runners and their weekly fun runs that they do up and down Rivermont and Peakland, they are going to host it on Humankind campus this Wednesday.
Oh, very cool.
And run the course and get ready for Saturday's run, because Saturday is part of the Roadrunners race series, so they're very involved in that. But they start at 5:30 out on our campus in the gym, and we'll get everybody situated. There's going to be shoes there. Saucony, I don't even know if I said that right. Is going to be having shoes for people to try.
I think it sounds right.
I think so too. Yeah. They won't know. They'll be happy. And then they'll run, and then afterwards we'll have some snacks and refreshments. So the run starts at 6 if you want to just come test out the course. Okay. If you want to come try on shoes, be there at 5:30. And then if you want to just come eat snacks, probably show up at like 6:30, 6:45.
All right. Snacks are good. I'll be there. All right. So this is open to the public and
everybody, and it's free.
And folks don't need to register or anything.
No, not to come to the fun run. And there'll be an opportunity for them to register for the 5K that night as well if they want.
All right. And that takes place again this Wednesday at what time?
5:30 p.m. And then 5:30 p.m. The run starts at 6, and it's going to be in our chapel/gym area at the Presbyterian Homes campus of Humankind.
All right. And for more information, they can log on to your website.
Check us out on Facebook for that one.
Facebook.
Yeah. The Lynchburg Turkey Trot Facebook page.
All right. We'll link that up on our Facebook page as well. And some other stuff that's coming up.
Well, let's see. We've also got, as I mentioned, Homecoming, which is a really cool event that starts on Friday when we've got some of our alum that come back.
Now, a lot of people don't realize, and they don't put it together. Presbyterian Homes used to be
an orphanage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this was for years and years and years. When was the last? I mean, when did that end?
Well, we started residential care in 1903, and we have had, I think, more than 10,000 children have lived on our campus since that time. But because of a lot of different things, state, federal shifting, we actually do not have residential care on our campus anymore, and that ended in 2012. But we still are serving children residentially through our therapeutic foster care program. So while they're not actually living on our campus, we are involved with that. So some of the children that might have been in our group homes are now in therapeutic foster care.
Gotcha. And that's kind of a staggering amount. 10,000 over the course of history, over 10,000 children, that was their home.
For a lot of them. And some of them came, and they were there, maybe a couple of months. And then others, can tell stories where they maybe came at like age 6 and stayed until they were 18. Wow. And that campus used to be a working farm. And, as Michelle mentioned, the run that's this weekend is on our campus. And the starting line's right there by some of the barns. And at one point, it was a dairy farm. So some of the kids that lived there helped to milk the cows. They went to school on our campus. They worked in the fields. And a lot of them, that became their family. So this event that's coming up, the homecoming event, they'll come back and see people that, they grew up with. Some of them met their husband or wife there, and they come back. So there's really a lot of cool stories that happen.
You were telling me a cool story about a football team.
Yes. The Shoeless Wonders.
Do you want to talk? Do we have time to talk about that?
There's always time to talk about the Shoeless Wonders.
All right.
This is a great story. it was back in the 20s and 30s. Some of the kids that are on our campus, they got done maybe doing their work and they started playing football together.
Okay.
And they played football from the 20s to up until about 1950. And at one point in time, some of the kids, they used to work in their farm boots.
Yeah.
But they realized that was they were big boots. They were clunky, not easy to run and play football in those. So at one point, they just started taking their shoes off and playing barefoot. And they actually went for almost a decade undefeated.
Wow.
And not even just undefeated. There was a period of time in there where they weren't even scored upon. So
that is amazing.
Really, really cool story.
Wow. These shoeless wonders. Is there any place that people can learn more or maybe get a little bit more history about that?
That's something that we don't really have a dedicated web page or anything like that to the Shoeless Wonders, but definitely something we should think about because it is a great story.
I think it is, and there's probably hundreds of really, really cool stories like that, and folks would hear those and maybe experience them and relive them even at your homecoming event.
Great idea.
All right, so homecoming is coming up, and that is when again?
That's this weekend as well. It starts Friday the 19th and we'll run through Sunday afternoon the 21st.
Okay.
And then as we mentioned in the morning, we've got our 5K and youth run. If you've never done that, we definitely encourage you to come out because all of the proceeds from that fundraiser go to support all the programs and services of Humankind.
All right.
So we used to be an orphanage. Today we are serving more than 7,300 people throughout the state of Virginia through programs in 5 focus areas, which we'll go through real quick, which is early childhood development, economic empowerment, mental health services, residential care, and then safe and healthy living.
Absolutely. And it's a beautiful campus, too.
It is. So come on out.
All right. Kimberly Feldkamp and Michelle McCormick joining us from Humankind. If you'd like a little bit more information about Humankind and what they do, log on to their website, humankind.org. Learn more and check out their page of events and the things that are going on. Now, big. This is huge in the world of events and promotions in Lynchburg, Virginia. I can tell you that there are some people that are a little envious of the event that you've got coming up, the fundraising event. Tell us a little teaser about what's going on top of the Bank of the James building.
You have a chance in September, if you are one of the lucky edgers, to go over the edge for Humankind, which means you get to rappel down the Bank of the James building in downtown Lynchburg.
Good Lord. All right, that's now... I had antennas on top of the Bank of the James building. I've been up there many, many times. 20 stories... 20-some stories, on top of the roof and all the other stuff. I'm getting chills just thinking about going over the edge. You have a company that's coming in that does this for a living. Tell us about that, Michelle.
Yes, Over the Edge International. They are out of Nova Scotia, and they help. Their whole goal is to help nonprofits raise money for their communities and their programs. And so they have one license in Lynchburg, so that is why we are the only provider of this event
That's amazing.
in the nonprofit world in Lynchburg.
We are excited.
And they will come in, and it's not Kimberly and I hooking people up to ropes. They bring technicians in.
All right.
It's a very it's a very well organized, very safe event. We're just there to make sure that you guys have a great time, that edgers get their funding.
Can I bungee? Instead, no, I can't bungee off the top.
No bungee.
No.
And nothing crazy. No, base jumping. We're just having you rappel. It'll be a nice time. You'll get to see a beautiful view as you've been on top of the roof. So have I. It's a gorgeous view from up there. The mountains, the river, homes. It's just a beautiful view that you're not going to get anywhere else unless you sign up to go over the edge for Humankind.
Nobody else is privy to this view. I can tell you that for sure. I did, and full disclosure, I did, however, invite some folks to view 4th of July fireworks there at one time, which we had the best view. We were actually looking down at the fireworks that were being shot off by the river. But that's not why you're here to talk about my 4th of July shenanigans. Over the Edge. Now, where can folks learn more about this? And they can sign up now, right?
Yes, registration opened last week, and we've already got some funders out there fundraising. The whole whole point of Over the Edge is we give you an amazing experience, and return, you raise funds for Humankind in the programs.
Okay.
If you're from Lynchburg, this is your own community that you're trying to help.
Right.
Each edger will, that's what we like to call them instead of participants, because it is an elite crew, a very small club of edgers here. You will raise money. We've got it all set up on our website, and then they make their own personal page. So it's called Personal Fundraising. A lot of races and things like that do it. They may be familiar with our turkey trot last year. Some folks did it as well.
Right.
And you go out and raise money. We're there to help you. We have 2 events for edgers on our campus in July and August, just to kind of a rally, get excited, see if they need any help. They can meet each other. Like I said, it's an elite crew and an elite club that we're really excited. And the goal is for them to each raise $1,000.
All right.
And then that guarantees their spot to go over the edge of the Bank of the James building.
Wow.
And
yeah.
Fun.
This is boggling my mind because I've been up there, tons and tons and tons of times. And I've never, ever once thought, wow, wouldn't it be cool to rappel down? I've watched the window washers come down, and I've met them afterwards and talked to them. I was like, dude, you are like crazy. And, it's nothing. It's no big deal. This is what we do. So this is really, really cool. I just read an article about the fulfillment and enrichment of people's lives that spend money on experiences versus buying stuff. Mm-hmm. And this is like one of those win-win-win situations where they're raising money for a not-for-profit organization that does great things within the community, but then they get an incredible experience. That's great. All right, so Humankind, people can link up and find out more about this on your website?
Yes, humankind.org, and under events, there's an Over the Edge link, and it'll take you straight to all things Over the Edge.
Very cool.
And if you have no rappelling experience, that's not necessary. There is a training, as we mentioned, Over the Edge. They come in, and they're the ones that are hooking you up to the ropes. You're wearing safety harnesses and helmets and everything like that. So there is a training that you'll go through to make sure you can kind of practice even that morning before you go down the building. They have a little thing set up. So it's really awesome. And Over the Edge has sent more than 25,000 people down buildings throughout the U.S. and Canada.
Wow.
And their safety record is really impeccable. So that's one of their number one priorities. So
that's this is tremendous. It's Over the Edge. It's with Humankind. Check it out, humankind.org. We're looking forward to it. What's the date of that event again?
September 19th.
All right.
Down here in downtown Lynchburg. And we're also going to have a viewing party. So if you are not maybe into going over the edge, but you still want to come down and check out the action and be a part of the event, we're going to be having a viewing party that day. We're still kind of finalizing all the details of that, but it's going to be a lot of fun to come down and kind of cheer on the edgers. And then there's also volunteer opportunities. So if you don't want to go over the edge, but maybe you want to be down there to, cheer people on or help check people in or something like that.
Or just witness this.
Witness this, yes. So you can find out all that kind of information at our website, humankind.org.
All right, and Livestream Lynchburg is going to be there as well, and we're going to attempt to sync up some GoPros on people's helmets so that you can get a live view of it. If we can't sync it up because it might be a really, really big distance between where our base is and where the edger is, we can then take that video and we'll pop it up as soon as they get down so people can view this. But see it in person or experience it in person. Go to humankind.org and learn more. Plus, in a later segment, we're going to be interviewing Humankind pretty much all this month, next month, the month after, talking about the different events that they have going on. We will tell you about some of the celebrities, some of the VIPs, some of the bigwigs in town that will be going over the edge for Humankind. So stay tuned for that.
And I can tease, we have a certain turkey that's really excited about heading down over the Bank of the James building.
Really?
For Humankind, yes.
Now, you also have a musical celebrity. Can you confirm that?
Yes, we can.
All right. So it is Elvis Presley himself.
He is back to go over the edge.
And young. He looks great. He looks really young.
All right. There's a young gentleman in town. He's from Forest. He does an impeccable Elvis Presley impersonation, and you have recruited him. He has signed up, and he's going to be one of the edgers, correct?
He is, yes.
All right.
We're really excited about that.
All right. Very cool. We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to learning more about the event itself. Again, go to humankind.org for more information. Ladies, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right.